Welcome back to BWO Daily, your source for news in sports entertainment and the world of professional wrestling from you boys at Busted Wide Open. My name is Nick Howell.
And I am Sir Ian Dangerous. And Nick, unfortunately today we do have a very serious topic to talk about at the top of the show. As you know, there's a lot going on in the world right now. And as you would expect, with a lot of wrestlers and celebrities having the ability to go out on social media and speak their minds, sometimes some of them say things that get them into hot water. And that is the case right now. One of the members of the recently called up tag team / trifecta faction, the Forgotten Sons, Jaxson Ryker, tweeted something yesterday that got a bunch of his fellow wrestlers hot at him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Obviously, in this sort of situation, you have to wonder whether it's a work or not. But the fact that a lot of his peers called him out does seem to me, and it's also his history of tweets does seem to that it would be his personal opinion. He tweeted out, thankful for the @POTUS we have, President of the United States. God bless America, built of freedom, forgotten no more. Now, he tweeted this out right after the everything that happened yesterday with the president giving a speech and then, of course, crossing the street to pose in front of a church. So that's when that tweet came out. I mean, I would say that's a fairly innocuous tweet if it were not for the timing of everything. And that was what seemed to rally everyone up, including several wrestlers, including Kevin Owens, who said, "The freedom you speak of entitles you to speak your mind all you want. I'm not here to argue that. I just really need to tell you that I think you pushing your shitty wrestling catchphrase as all of this is happening is absolutely effing pathetic." Also, Sami Zayn tweeted back at him, "Literally built on oppression." Mustafa Ali said, "I'm thankful you posted this because I'm now aware of what you stand for. When black brothers and sisters are crying, you praise someone that refuses to acknowledge their hurt." Ricochet also said, "I get that you're a, quote, bad guy on TV, and I'm hoping that's all this is. Even then, that ain't it. But if this is actually your true thoughts, I'll be really sad, man." Dave Batista actually didn't call out Ryker by name, but it was fairly obvious who he was talking about, saying that he's a sorry-ass MFer who he refuses to let ride his coattails. Dave says he gets no love from me, he gets no rub from me, and if you would like to discuss it in person, we have enough mutual acquaintances that he will be able to find me easily. We also had Hangman Page weigh in, Joey Janela, and Ryan Nemeth, brother of Dolph Ziggler, said, "This brain-dead milkshake of a tweet reads like you shook your phone, and words just fell out randomly." So there were a few others as well, Malcolm Bivens, etc. But that's a lot of people coming down on Jaxson Ryker for this tweet. But that's not all, because unfortunately, as this seemed to blow up around Jaxson Ryker, people also discovered a Facebook post that he has since deleted that was posted last year, where he said, "Pretty touchy subject, but all this Black Lives Matters garbage baffles me. I challenge anyone of any color or race to go watch 12 Years a Slave, the movie, and realize how good you all actually have it. Learn heritage. Christ, Gandhi, Buddha, they all taught love and caring for others. This is getting out of hand. I pray for this nation daily." So that's not being taken so well either, as you can probably imagine, Nick. So this is just starting to unfold right now with Jaxson Ryker. No idea of what the repercussions, if any, will be. Obviously, this is a company that has featured the current president before in its entertainment, and where the owner of WWE is very close with the president. So one wonders if there will be any backlash simply from saying that one supports the president, even though the timing here seems to be insensitive at best.
Yeah.
So, we will keep you guys abreast as to how this continues to unfold. Obviously, this is early days yet. Not sure if this is going to end up in a Lars Sullivan-like situation or what exactly is going to happen. But a lot of people displeased with Jaxson Ryker right now, and they seemed to be in the middle of a push. So I think that any effect will be seen fairly quickly on WWE TV if this is going to be a larger backlash.
Maybe
Nick,
the catchphrase will become forgotten once more.
Maybe. Certainly, those statements are uncomfortable to read. But I have to think that with the environment that WWE is, which is now very inclusive, obviously lots of superstars who have differing opinions, there's certainly a room, I think, for discussion where Jaxson could be sat down and explained why such things were hurtful, why such things are potentially damaging to his reputation and his credibility and hurtful to other people. So I'm hoping that a backstage leader like Titus O'Neil, Mark Henry, or maybe even Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, guys who have been vocal about this. Lord knows Mustafa Ali is incredibly well spoken about all kinds of subjects. A former police officer himself. Maybe he could sit Jaxson down. I think he's a SmackDown star as well, so maybe he can sit Jaxson down backstage and just, explain things to him. So
the hard part about this for me is that we've been in contact with Jaxson. Now, you guys that have listened to the show may have heard us play the bumper that he graciously sent us some time ago for the show. We know that there's a good heart in there, and I want to, well, let me be clear. I don't know that, right? I'm not personal friends with the guy, but we've had interactions that would lead me to believe that he does have a good heart and good intentions.
Yeah.
That said, I can't condone this kind of rhetoric, right? This is, and the timing of it, as you said, as innocuous as it might seem on the surface, the timing is terrible. So I'm a hope for the best, plan for the worst kind of guy. This is one of those kinds of things where you're just like, oh, man, just disappointed.
Yeah, and again, nothing about what he says, at least in the tweet. Obviously, the Facebook post is that's a whole other kettle of fish. But at least in the tweet, like, there's nothing necessarily offensive there. So saying support for your president, whatever you believe, like, that's still you're you're right. Whether or not the timing is just wildly insensitive and out of touch, but or hopefully not intentionally trying to stir the pot. But again, Nick, we hope for the best in all people, and hopefully Jaxson can be the discussion can be had with him about this. So very disappointing though, because as you said, Nick, we thought the guy was a good guy. So hopefully he does not. Someone talks to him. Someone talk to the man.
Yep.
Love him. Oh man. It also is I'm almost ironically worth noting that a year ago today, the Forgotten Sons were in a tag team title match in NXT at TakeOver 25. They didn't win the titles. Street Profits did, but they have been a part of WWE for a while now. So one wonders if this kind of visibility is going to hurt them in the long run. It's worth noting, actually, Nick, and this is kind of the thing I want to end on. This is maybe the most damning thing, is that Steve Cutler also weighed in, one of the other members of the Forgotten Sons. He said, although I'm a part of a tag team while I wrestle, I am my own person with my own thoughts and beliefs. It pains me to see what's going on in the world. I fought for the freedom of our country and all of the people who live here. Sit your boy down, Steve. Sit Jaxson down. Yeah. Give him a talk before he kills your push. In other news, let's head over and talk about Kurt Angle. He was apparently given an opportunity to manage Matt Riddle, and he turned it down in an interview with CBN. CBR.com about an upcoming documentary that he's involved with called Rulon Gardner Won't Die, about the 2000 gold medalist. He said that he thinks that Matt Riddle is going to be one of the faces of the WWE. He has all the ability. His personality is great. It's a little odd once you get to know him. He's very likable, and that's what the fans are going to get from him. There's no doubt about that. The WWE offered a job for Kurt to manage him. Unfortunately, Kurt turned it down due to a few different reasons, Kurt says, but he would have loved to manage him. It just wasn't the right time. So nothing specific, but they did offer it, and Kurt said, not right now. So do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, Nick? Should Kurt have managed Riddle? Would that have been better for Riddle, or is it better for Riddle to stand on his own right now?
I think it's better for Riddle to stand on his own for right now. I'm
Yeah,
happy with this
kind of.
decision. I think Kurt doing cameo legend spots like the guest referee spot on NXT between Thatcher and Riddle, brilliant. Love that. Love little spots like that. But a full-time management role, I'm not the biggest fan of his time as GM from a couple of years ago. I feel like the finger pointing you suck gimmick might be a little tired at this point and not of this generation. So it's not getting over the way that it did 20 years ago.
I think it's pretty damn over still.
Well, of course we do. We love it. But I'm talking about this new generations of fans that we're seeing now. Are they looking around? Maybe not. I don't know. It feels a little tired. Things feel a little tired with Kurt. And I'm thinking that I would not want to hamstring Matt Riddle, if in any way, by saddling him up with a legend like this. We've seen this work well over in AEW. I don't think Matt Riddle's going to need this. I think Kurt is exactly right. Matt Riddle in 5 years could be the face of this company, a la a Seth Rollins, similar kind of thing. So that's the way I look at Matt. I want him to succeed or fail on his own and not have an excuse one way or the other if it doesn't work out.
I don't know if I can agree with you on the face of the company thing, but I certainly think he could be a big deal in WWE.
Yeah.
As far as Kurt being associated with him, I think for the first little bit it couldn't hurt, and in fact, if anything, might give the lapsed fan or someone like who's been around for a while interest in Matt Riddle. I don't think he's going to be hamstrung without Kurt by any stretch, but I do think that the rub would have been nice for him. It's just not necessary. So it is a bummer, though. Always like seeing Kurt on my TV, at least. Huge fan of the man.
Yeah.
Gronkowski, Rob Gronkowski, was your 24/7 champion until last night when his record title reign ended. The longest ever 24/7 champion for what that's worth. But he finally lost the belt back to R-Truth last night. And today we get the report that he is no longer under WWE contract. He actually activated his release clause so that he is now no longer required to work for WWE. He does have a no-compete clause in effect right now, according to Wrestling Inc. They don't know how long that is for, but basically he can't go wrestle anywhere else for the foreseeable future because, I'm sure his door was being knocked down for that in the preseason before he had to go play for the Buccaneers.
Right. I'm going to go catch touchdowns for Tom Brady. Boo-hoo, right. I can't go on other wrestling. Get out of here. Next.
So Gronkowski no longer WWE. I guess we're not going to have a host for SummerSlam. We're not going to see the match Gronkowski versus R-Truth at SummerSlam. But, best of luck, Gronkowski, over in the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
And by best of luck, I don't know. I'm a Raiders fan. I have a hard time rooting for him.
Right.
But
I got him in the NFC South now, so yay.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Couple last things. 22 years ago, Junkyard Dog, real name Sylvester Ritter, passed away in a car wreck in Forest, Mississippi. He was only 45 years old for a guy who was, like, at one point the biggest guy in the Mid-South. That's absolutely far too young to have passed away. Like, one of the greatest talents to come out of that area. The first African-American major star of a territory, actually. The first face, like top baby face ever. So very groundbreaking
Atlanta,
as well. Louisiana,
Knoxville, Louisiana, just the whole Mid-South wrestling territory. He was absolute top of the card there.
Yeah, I mean, it's still talked about his feud with the Freebirds, Michael P.S. Hayes, how hot that got when they blinded him. And like they were like, oh, he can't see his new baby daughter because he's blind. The heat on the Freebirds during that apparently was like all-time level. Yeah. So, yeah, tragic that he passed away too soon. One of my favorites as a kid. So, yeah, rest in peace, Junkyard Dog. Ironically, a guy named Stagger Lee also passed away the same day. It's weird. I don't know. And then finally, happy birthday. Some happy birthdays to Lex Luger, the total package, the narcissist. He turned 62 today. The phenomenal AJ Styles has turned 43 today. Happy birthday to him. And Velvet Sky, two-time Knockouts champion over in TNA. She passed. My goodness. She had a birthday. Happy birthday, Velvet Sky. She turns 39.
Oh,
Happy
you
birthday to
scared
all
me.
you guys. I just scared myself. Happy birthday, Velvet Sky, AJ Styles, Lex Luger, and that is the news, Mr. Howell.
Well, thank you, Surrey and Dangerous, and thank you guys for checking out BWO Daily. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, around 5 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have your notifications turned on because we will send you out a notification when we put up a new video every day. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you like this video and find links to our podcast, discussion group over on Facebook, and Discord server down in the description below. But my name is Nick Howell. You can find me on Twitter at DataCenterDude.
And I am Sir Ian Dangerous. You can find me on Twitter at Sir Ian Dangerous.
And we will see you guys next time.